Alright, hello and welcome everyone. I'm Captain Marek and this is our dev stream. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon to all of you. I'm sure lots of different time zones are here. And let's get this crater erased. I see the old timers in the chat. Hello, John Governor, Derek. Yeah, I'll jump right in. There is no time to spare because guess what? My captain office, I had to even protect it a little bit. It's not having a good time. I need to move it. And I hope that my edicts are not going to be restarted by doing that. I just need to move it somewhere a little bit away so that maybe somewhere here or there. Let me try that. That's gonna just work. If I do this. I couldn't copy it in time. Captain Office 2, right here. Quick deliver. Yeah, remember the setting. They're just inactive now, so it's a potential danger to our factory. Hopefully, it can resolve itself real quick. All right, then we are free to finish up this job. I'm running on 3x speed to accelerate, and I'll be closely monitoring things. I've been switching up. Last time we made this little sorting setup so we can transport ore and rocks at the same time, and since then it's been very useful to transport 8 tier 3 conveyor belts full of material close to the dumping site. And they are getting quite far away. Remember, these were basically on the rim of the crater. Now they are quite far away, so maybe I can move them here so that they are closer. Maybe they could be our project. If I do this, are they aligned or anything? Not really. Just place them here, maybe. They already have assigned vehicles, so that's not... That's okay, I think. Do I need trucks to pass from top to bottom here? Actually, maybe I should copy it with this sorting setup, I'm thinking. Okay, if I... Is it like that? Yeah. And the reason I'm copying with the sorting setup is that because I can then bring this much more compact thing over. Yeah, I didn't copy enough, basically. Where was this taken from? Right here? Oh, that did not work. I think this is just that, right? Yeah, that should be enough, and there's a little extra. Yeah, now I can just bring the highway. And the reason I want to bring highway is because I can easily make a bridge somewhere, along the way. Anyway, and the easiest way to bring highway, I think, is just to copy it from somewhere else. Actually, even with a turn, maybe. Like that. Yep. Here, we can maybe deconstruct all of this mess. Yep. And I'll make a big ramp just so that vehicles can cross this monstrosity. And I will need another... I'll probably do this. Another corner. This is not gonna work too well. I think I need to cut it like this. All right, and the fuel. I think I should bring the fuel as well, by the way. Just to have plenty of unity, right? Oh, not too plenty, actually. I did run out. Did run out here. I'll just put the pipe all the way here for the fueling station as well. I even constructed it here. That should help, right? And in fact, that should help to the point that I can assign... There's only 3 trucks here, I see. Used to be 8. 4 is enough for now. Right. Hello, more people. Imedactylus had no idea there's a stream of COI from the dev. Well, welcome in then. You are for a treat. Welcome in. If you have any questions to the devs, I'm all yours. You can also see how devs don't know every nook and cranny of their game because the game is so complex that either forget or they don't realize certain things, which sometimes happen on these streams, and that's one of the reasons we are having them. Because sometimes it's good to learn something about the game, right? To kind of feel the balance. Sometimes you have to feel it out. Feel the things. Oh yeah, it's all constructed now. Okay, that's way faster. Definitely more trucks. Very helpful here. Yo, you have compost. All right, so more compost dumping. I think it would be good to dump this area. However, there's this other area. I think it's from here. No. Where's this other arrow? Is from here. All right. I just do not want to overlap. And this is going to be all dirt. I'm going to make those ramps at the end so that we can get around, basically. All right. Yeah, these storage could be also moved, but I feel there's actually lots of trucks are not keeping up even with the mining here. I think it's because they're mining limestone these days. Limestone is not currently set up for the storages. That's all right. Did I try loading the save in update 3? I did, and in fact that's one of the things we use for balance, because this is a nice endgame factory. So if we made some kind of sweeping changes, for example, we've been doing the conveyor belts rebalancing, right? We are, since trains are coming on, we are kind of removing the heavy discount we are having on conveyor belts in terms of power, and actually there was no maintenance at all. And it was not because we didn't want to, it was because there was no other choice. If there's no other choice, we don't want to punish people for having long conveyor belts, because the other option was no option. So currently, you might not realize, but long conveyor belt is having disproportionately lower power consumption than short one. So for example, there's this, I just randomly selected conveyor belt. This is sand one, right? It's going all the way across this factory, right? From from here all the way to here. It's really long, and it's taking 149 kilowatts. And if I split it in half, right? For example, with the connector, you would expect maybe it would be, you know, half and half. So if I do this, now it's 90. Oh, it was exactly half. Wow, look at that. So it's 99. So now it's 180, right? So it's more expensive now, actually. And this goes all the way. If I split it again and get it even more expensive, and basically this was done. See, 180 versus 150. So you're saving 30 kilowatts by having it a non-split. And you know, this is not ideal, but this basically what we end up doing so that you guys long conveyor belts are not as costly. Now this is changing, and we have still keeping the discount, but making it much less discounted, so that conveyor belts will be more expensive, and there's going to be maintenance on top of that. So trains will be then, you know, more viable for long distance, and you know, it's all reflecting how we wanted to do it in the first place. We're kind of forced to put the discount to play nice with everyone. So that's the reason. So it's becoming what we wanted it to be, basically. And all saves will be indeed compatible, so you can start planning for your new things. It might be a little tricky to get the new save kind of working because of the balance changes. So it might be, we were thinking if we would have time to make like a blog post or some kind of, maybe even a stream. Maybe I can show it on this factory, how to kind of transition from old to new and not bankrupt. So I would suggest, you know, make extra storages of extra food, extra maintenance. Like I would say, like, you know, double your maintenance depot, not because you need production, but because you would have extra storage, right? So you have plenty of time to do any transitions, because, you know, make extra, build extra people, you know, settlements, so you have extra population and all that to help you with transition. If you want to kind of survive your island and make it work. If not, there will be probably new maps to enjoy and updated maps. So if you are kind of on the fence of whether you should continue, should start fresh, I would suggest starting fresh, actually. Limit of vehicles is currently unclear. We are kind of adding this infinite research. Or semi-infinite, where you'll be able to unlock more and more vehicles and other things. So I think 500 would be probably nice, kind of a cap, like a hard cap, but soft cap would be a little lower. But yeah, you definitely more. And currently is 180, right? So I would say that achieving double 400 vehicles should be doable. 500 maybe pushing it. I am on purpose kind of stretching it here with my mod, in case, by the way, you guys want to have 500 vehicles. Download the mod there's a link in the comment section under the video on YouTube. Go ahead and do that. This mod, I will hopefully upload a new version with because update 3 won't be compatible, so I have to make a new version for update 3. So it should be possible. So you would need to download a new version of the mod for update 3 if you want to continue. But I hope I'm not going to leave you hanging, even for sake of myself, because otherwise I wouldn't be able to load this in update 3. And now I can do a little hack to do it, but yeah, I need to update the mod. Right, so other than dumping the creator, which is going great, and I'm just kind of going around and seeing what's the bottleneck, and so far I think this is my main source of material, and this is going great. I might be actually building more of those sources closer. I quite like, you know, the trucks are going now, you know, again, it was right next to the mountain, and now it's quite far away. So, in fact, maybe I can, I would like to make dirt. So after they dump this dirt, this area, I'll switch it there and then move it. But in the meantime, we are having some other issues, as you can see here. So we have first low supply of water here, which I was trying before the stream. I built this row of rainwater harvesters, and they actually help a little bit. It's not bad. And I would like maybe build another behind, and because this is barely keeping up, so I think it's not that big of a deal. What's bigger deal? Maybe I can cancel that. These guys don't have fuel, huh? Okay. What's bigger deal is our medical supplies, because as you can see, sometimes we are losing people because of sickness. And the thing is, I was reluctant to scale that because it was kind of built exactly. There's not much room to scale. However, I think we have to scale it now in order to finish this playthrough. So what I decided is that I can upgrade the assemblers to robotic ones, so that could help me scale a little bit. So basically, I can scale by 50% by upgrading half, right? So if I take my upgrade tool, I can upgrade half of these, half of these, half of these, and half of these. Actually, just do the assemblers for now. Now that's assemblers, that's easy. That's the easy part. The hard part is everything else around it. So these assemblers, they need disinfectant. These guys, right? And I think I can upgrade these as well. Half of these. This is ethanol plastic, that's fine. Then that's the first two tiers. That should be all easy. Now we have this, which is making... We're mixing oxygen and hydrogen from electrolysis. I think we can just plug in our FBR source instead, so that we don't need to scale it at all. This chemical plant is making ammonia. I think we can upgrade one of them. Actually, we cannot. It's already chemical plant 2. All right, so oxygen. Where can I get that? It's right here hiding from me. Yes, there's oxygen right there. How much oxygen I need? Oh, it's just for the fermentation tank, right? Right. Well, actually, I do have extra oxygen from this air separator that is needed for the ammonia. It's a little tricky here. And there's hydrogen, right? Okay, so let's bring hydrogen and oxygen at least. Hydrogen should be somewhere nearby, right? There's like hydrogen everywhere at this point. Right. I think I can see a pipe here. I think a tier 1 pipe should be sufficient. Where is it? I can see the pipe here. It's there. Oh, this is a little tricky, but I can get that. All right, so that will be my hydrogen. So I can retire. Yeah, I can retire these guys. Actually, let me build that right away. Okay, that's gonna be my hydrogen. And then, yeah, no trucks, please. It's coming, right? Oh, yeah. And then I need nitrogen and oxygen. Let me see. Let's see if there's any questions. Do trains cut for vehicle caps? Currently, they do not. They have their own cap, which is currently set to unlimited. If there are any issues with that, we will see. The thing is, trains are kind of limited by the train network, right? So basically, the amount of tracks you lay down is kind of its own soft limit on the trains, unlike vehicles, which can just go infinite kind of thing. So yeah, when is that bit we announced on the May 20th? If you missed that announcement, head to Steam News or our blog or Reddit, and it's all there. You can read more about our end game and about our fancy space program that we are finishing up. Kind of will be roughly maybe a couple of weeks, 2 weeks before the release date. We're not sure yet, but I would say 2 weeks roughly, 1 to 2 weeks. For testing. If you guys are interested, you won't miss it, don't worry. If you are on Discord or even on our, I think we might, Discord would be great because Canary will be on Discord. If you're not on Discord, it will be hard to do Canary testing because that's where we communicate with you canaries. This is a burning question. Excavators mining closest to the mining tower, basically like a precedent, which can be, sometimes you might not want that. It's not ideal. The whole mining tower business is not ideal, honestly, and we know that. It's just little tricky from the user kind of experience and interface, because what we like is that we have a physical thing you can click on, and you have your settings of your excavators and what can be dumped and exposed. You kind of like settings that can be clicked on. It's not like a virtual thing, but then moving it is hard because if you copy paste it, you're gonna get assigned different excavators, and the location is kind of significant. Trucks will be waiting there if they are full. Excavators will be mining closest to it. There are other solutions we could do. Things like having mining tower, but then having like a little priority flag that will specify, towards which location excavators are optimizing for, or truck dumping, other things, or having some other idea of having some kind of a centralized mining control building and then having just virtual kind of mining sites around. It's we are not completely happy with it, but we have other more important things to work on. I would say that's probably that. But we are aware that this is the ideal, and we will be taking our time sometime in the future to improve this experience. So if you have any ideas how to improve this experience of mining towers and management of mining and dumping and all that, feel free to tell us your thoughts. Is there unfinished research for storage sizes? That's a good question. I'm not sure, actually. Might be interesting. I think there is not currently. I think it might be a little tricky to plug it into the game, but it might be interesting. Let me note that down somewhere so I can bring it up during our next meeting. I probably wouldn't want to see some crazy amounts in storages, like 10x or something. That would be maybe a little ridiculous, but increasing it up to the maybe double might be interesting to just let you spam less the storages, right? It might be a nice thing. And actually, even in the end game, I was sometimes a little struggling with the tier 2 storage. Do I have it somewhere? I think I have it here. Yeah. Sometimes you don't fit, and you don't want to fit the big one. The small one is like one dump truck worth of goods, or 2 dump trucks, which having it a little bit more might actually help in scenarios when you can't fit or you don't want to have as big of a storage. So that's interesting. At that point, maybe it would be also interesting to have some kind of a way of limit the maximum storage. So maybe if your storage can store 8,000, but maybe you don't want 8,000, right? Maybe you are fine with 4,000. You don't want to be kind of overproduce something. Maybe gold actually here. 4,000 gold is ridiculous, and I probably should have built smaller storage. I was little, big eyes, but it took a while to fill this up, because for every 250 gold, I paid 3,000 diesel. That's my contract, and yeah, that's a lot of diesel, right? So maybe even building the big one, making it halfway as big, and then fill it up, and then later kind of extending it as necessary might be better. But yeah, that's another UI headache, basically. we have to solve. Yeah, we actually planning tier 4 pipe, hopefully. We don't have the graphics yet, but hopefully we'll manage to make a 3D model for that. And so far, we are thinking to not go too crazy with the capacity. So far, also there's some technical issues actually to make the pipes work, because pipes are surprisingly complex. There's not too many degrees of freedom how to increase capacity, because they are kind of very discrete underneath because they are highly optimized, extremely optimized, because you can see we have so many products everywhere in the game, and it has to be extremely optimized, both pipes and conveyor belts. So currently I think the tier 4 pipe is set for throughput of 1,000. So it's a little more than double of tier 3 pipe. So basically it's not as big of a step. For example, tier 1 to tier 2 is a huge step. It's like 3.5 times or something like that. So each next tier is kind of less of a step up at the point you are such huge quantities, 1,000 per 60. I think it's good. It's better than nothing, that's for sure. Basically, you can halve your amount of pipes if you wish. So for example, here I wouldn't need 2 pipes of water. I would just need 1, which is nice. And if you need even more throughput, then yeah, you would need to do more pipes. Yeah, the water, I think in my current playthrough is the one which is quite tough, and also exhaust. I was dealing with exhaust here, right? I have lots of exhaust. My exhaust management became a little bit of a headache here. So having, double pipeage I would appreciate. Even more, probably it's okay. Depends on your playstyle, right? Some people would never even need anything more than tier 3 pipes. So if you're really scaling things up, it could help. Okay, so what I was doing here, I was scaling up this thing. So what I'm going to do, I need ammonia. Oh, this is actually not even upgraded. So I'll upgrade this actually. No, I won't. Let me check how much I need, in fact. Actually, I don't need too much, right? So I will definitely need 4 of these more. There's no question about it. I can't escape it. And I might not need water here, actually, because the water goes to electrolyzers and I can replace that. So let me connect the oxygen to our main oxygen supply. That should be fine. Then I do not need these, which is nice. I do not need this. Actually, I needed that little piece here. And ammonia, I think actually it's needed here as well. Right. So it's 24, 24. Oh, wait. No, it's only here. Oh, wait a second. I've upgraded the wrong chemical plants. I've upgraded 2 of these, which I didn't need to. Wait a second. This is 24. This needs 24. Yeah, I need more of these, right? Actually. And the reason is... Did I upgrade these? Forgot. So this is 1-to-1, right? 1 for these, 1 for these, and then this is... So I need third for this one, and same for this one. Yeah, I need the third. Both of them. I need third. No, I'm quite happy with Poppy, actually. I will not be too sad seeing this Poppy go. Actually. Probably something like this would be the best. Be out of the way. And then I can just make one more here. Maybe one more. One more acid. One more poppy. Oh, wait a second. How can I connect the poppy? Isn't that the same distance? You should just connect, right? Oh, it was there. It's really hard to connect from this angle. Maybe I should go from the other angle, yes. And then steel. Oh, is it glass? It's glass, I think, right? Yeah, glass, all right. And then output. Put this on the bottom. Like that. All right. Alex is suggesting that conveyor belt tier 1 should cost tier 1 construction parts and tier 2 construction parts. Could be. We can design it that way. The conveyor belts are a little bit of a higher tech for a reason. Because at the beginning, trucks is all you need, honestly. You know, first couple hours of game, trucks are very versatile and they are fine. And you know, it's getting to tier 2 parts is a kind of a reward, and the conveyor belts there are a big reward actually. It was kind of meant to be that way actually. All right, so now I have to put one more of these. I'm just thinking, because I will also need one more of these, right? Yes. That's really no space here for that, fortunately. Maybe I can go a little crazy right here. Is that too crazy? I'm not sure. And I can do that, certainly. I'll just need this one to be here. And yeah, this is gonna be a little tricky. Connect it here. And of course I cannot fit the output, right? I need at least one conveyor belt here. HF there. Acid right there. This needs rocks. That's right. All right. Conveyor belt Pathfinder. Save me here. All the way here. No problem. Right, so that's HF. Ammonia should be also fairly easy. Just connect it through here. And the last one is steel. And I'm just gonna hope. No. Steel is very hard to get. Maybe I can take it from here. Yes. All the way here, perhaps? You know what? I'm fine with that. It's nearly the end of our playthrough. A little bit of spaghetti, extra sauce. Never hurt anyone. Let's build that and see if it works. $24. Wait, the rock's gonna take a little bit. All right, so that should work. So that's this part, and now I think I just need these, and this conveyor belt will certainly be a little bit more tucked in, more discreet here. In that case, I think I can take 4 of these, paste them here, and be done with it. And that would be... That's all right. A little bit of excess. Like that. Then we just need to connect all these pipes. Ammonia. Are they wrong direction? How is that possible? Oh, I see there's actually a little bit of split there. Oxygen. I think I need these all the way here. Then, oh yeah, this little pipe is problematic here. What is this pipe, by the way? Oh, it's exhaust. Okay, it is exhaust. Yeah, it's fairly easy. Oh, it's CO2, right? CO2 from here. Right, it's CO2. So I need to connect that up. I should have copy-pasted as well. Little up and down. To copy the connector here. Just like that. And also concrete surface. Just like that. All right, lots of questions I can see. When we're gonna show off new map, I'm not sure. I think probably we might not be presenting it in any explicit way all the way until release. We definitely plans to, you know, doing just a map preview. I guess we don't have too much extra time to do all that. We might just leave that as a surprise for you guys. Or maybe Canaries might have access to it. I mean, last time, if you remember, for this Armageddon map, even Canaries didn't have access to it. It was a little bit of a surprise for everyone. Alright, this ammonia. I'll upgrade this one. Just to make sure there is plenty of ammonia for everyone. Of trying to count exactly how much is needed. Now I will need probably one more air separator for the nitrogen. Alright, so how much ammonia we need? We need 6, 18 plus, oh my god, 0.75 times 12. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, yeah, 12. 9 plus 18, which is 27. 27 is greater than 24, so I certainly need another one of these. This one here is being a little complicated, but it's alright. Maybe delete this. Ammonia right here. Hydrogen. What I can do actually, I can put the nitrogen factory here. Can I flip it? Can I flip it? Rotate it? No. Just like that. And oxygen. Will this work? Maybe I need a priority here. Maybe not. And yep, that's that. That should conclude our upgrade, hopefully. Oh, we are missing a little bit of steel here. So all these idle. It's not good. I think the oxygen is just fine without priority here. Without priority, it just takes one from each side, but there's so much throughput, it's enough to just side load it, I think. Maybe not. We'll see. I also do need the entire capacity of this machine, by the way. We'll see if the oxygen... Actually, there's a vent here. I do not want that. Okay, I might have too much oxygen here. Let's see. I need 6 times 12. 6 times 12. 72 oxygen in these. 36. Isn't that exact? It might be exact, actually. Right, so it is exact. So I, in fact, do need priority here. I'll just do this. We prioritize from... Yeah, I need to make it also tier 2 or tier 3 type. Make the priorities work properly. I think it has to be tier 3 actually. Because output is tier 3. So it's to be like that. And there is a extra nitrogen vent here. We'll monitor this and see if it works properly. Now we are missing here. Missing the medical equipment, looks like. It's quite interesting. Might have been the steel. Yes, 2 to 1, right? 2 of these into 1 of these. Be all matching. In theory. Alright, some more questions. Medactyls on Twitch is asking about kind of how to make excavators do certain things, and yes, there's some complexity, but I think, for example, the scenario suggesting how to make trucks dump instead of carry stuff in the factory, that is done by assigning export route of a mining tower into another tower which is for dumping. So here what I've done, I have a tower here, and I don't want trucks to be putting it into sorters. I don't want anything else but dumping it somewhere else. So I assigned this the green arrow, that's the output, into this tower, and this tower has assigned dumping. that causes all the trucks to just dump in this area and kind of don't put it in the storage. And so this is currently the easiest way how to force trucks to dump somewhere without, you know, filling in the storages and stuff like that. So we have more dirt available. I wanted to do first. Yes, I wanted to cover up this hill. At least this. And actually for mining, I don't like this. I think I just want to mine it. Not even sure how I want to deal with this little nook. Just don't like how it's sticking out. I'll just mine it. I dump it from the other side, yes. Right, excavators, anyone? Any takers? Actually, you guys prioritize this, please. And for dumping, it's gonna be, this is a shape which is impossible to dump. This outer corner is impossible to dump precisely, similar way how the inner corner is impossible to mine precisely, which is a little unfortunate, but currently it's the limitation of the game, so can't do much about that. I think I'll just do this. I might do this, basically the next best thing. Yeah, there is no like a diamond shape dumping designation, unfortunately. That's why I'm struggling here. You know, the easiest way actually is to kind of over damp and then mine it again, which I can actually do here. I can demonstrate if you want to be neat about it. So the best way is to kind of over damp on one side. Like this. And then once they do that, we can come in with excavators and mine it. And they're gonna be quick about this. Not enough workers. Oh dear, I think as I was messing with my supplies, my let's see, medical supplies 3. Yes, I was having issue with health. Hopefully they'll recover, but I have to make sure that all the medical supplies are working properly. Okay, so now it's saturated here, and now we are not keeping up with antibiotics. They are not working for some reason. The reason is ammonia, because this little pipe was backwards. All right, that should do it. Basically, I need to see production of 48 times 3. 48 times 3, 144. So if I go here, oh, I saw 144 for a little bit, yeah, before it collapsed. So I need to see that consistently, basically. I'm pretty sure it was just because of the fermentation tank was not keeping up. It was another bad, actually. I was expecting a little bit of a messier thing, but we managed to sneak it in. And just fine. Yeah, I think it's consistently now reducing here. Yeah. Vehicles consuming fuel when they are not at work. They should not. Well, they might be consuming way less, a little bit, but they are definitely not consuming the full amount when they are idle. And if they are, then that's a bug. You can report that. Oh, these guys are really want to dump somewhere. So let me. Maybe we can do this part now. There's this area that I don't want to be staying with. Oh, we are nearly through this mountain. It's quite amazing. All right, all the way here. Now there's gonna be an avalanche of new vehicles trying to. Okay, made the ramp. Actually, not yet. Ramp's gonna be right here. I can make the ramp here as well, actually. Yep. Look at that, so many big trucks. I compost from my settlement waste, basically. It's a free source of compost, which is quite nice. All right, these guys are idle, and before they're gonna return to work, I wanted them to make this corner neat, as I was just talking about. So basically, we kind of mined the ramp from one side, and I want to we dump from one side, and I want to mine from the other side, basically. See if that's gonna solve my issue with corner which is not neat. Oh yeah, excavators, go back to the tower and then back here. How is our medical supplies doing? Oh, 144. I can see 144 now. Nice. I think we are finally resolving the medical supplies issues. So nice. And actually here I will be able to fit another row of these guys, I think. Oh, barely? Am I? Oh no. Maybe I miscounted. Oh no, it's gonna be actually one tile off. I'm not sure if that's something can make it work. I could actually move them, right? All of them. In fact, I think that's the easiest and cheapest solution. Just move all of them by... I was trying to be nice and leave space, but I think I was 2 tiles off here. Yeah, I'll delete them. Not a big deal. We have lots of other fuel here. I'm not sure what's going on. Why suddenly... I think this mine is consuming so much hydrogen for mining. There's no more hydrogen coming in all the way to the forestry area. That's probably what it is. Yeah, that's what it is. I think these mines are... Oh, even this station is already empty. Well, that is something. I do have hydrogen here, which is basically going there. Yeah, this is where it is. This is going all the way here. I remember last time we were actually... I think it might be... This pipe is already full. There's 2 incoming pipes into this fuel station. It's still not keeping up. That's a lot of hydrogen. Well, I guess we need another hydrogen, but I'll deal with that later. Yes, I need to... Okay, so our corner is now beautiful. Yep, that's exactly how I wanted it. Now you guys can go back to work on your regular assignment. Now, here I will delete all these. Can prepare a delete all these. If I do this, that would be exact. Nice. I just need to dump all the way. These are already done with this. We have lots of excess dirt. That's very nice. All right, dumping. Not sure how to connect it here. Probably just leave it like this for now. Because I need to still do more mining here. And these guys obviously gonna be connected. Yeah, pinning multiple windows, people talking about, we are considering, as I mentioned in some other streams. It's still technically hard because, for example, the UI, when you click on the UI kind of highlights the entity, and then if you click on the mining tower or something, it shows the arrows, and if you would pin it, you would probably want not to show this of the pinned window, but maybe you do. It's kind of still a tricky area because the UI is not just the UI, it actually interacts with the game, right? It shows stuff in the game, shows the port, arrows and stuff. And maybe if you pin a window, you don't want to be seeing the highlight and seeing the arrows all the time, right? It'd be potentially messy if you pin your mine tower and suddenly you have all the designations shown and all the arrows shown. You don't want any of that, right? Probably. Or maybe you do. That it's tough. It's not clear what exactly should be the behavior. So we actually postponed this decision for later, and we will. Hopefully, the new framework allows this pinning. We just need to figure out all the details that goes with it. Then we will give you something working like that. COI is 30 minutes late. Oh man, you missed so much. I'm just kidding. There has been steady progress. I'm just trying to now do a little bit of a kind of emergency water here. I'm kind of testing out if rainwater harvesters are able to spare us. Well, this one actually is filling up. Basically, I don't want to be building another desalination at this point. So I'm hoping that maybe a bunch of these guys will, and by bunch I mean a lot. I mean a lot of these guys. Being rich means that it doesn't matter if you built, this or how many. This is basically free. Construction part 1, right? Or is it? Yeah, 25 construction part 1. I mean, I can just make unlimited amount. We have still more dirt to be distributed. So let's just keep tossing it. Maybe here is a nice area. In fact, it is. Nice and flat here. Let's make the ramp. And our trees, by the way, last time we were starting Reforestation, and I kind of forget about these guys, and they're idle, right? I mean, they're doing nothing. So I'll just let them do something at least. This is all done. This is a little strip here that I also should cover. Okay, that's one. And then the other one, they're planting here, and I think they're done as well. Should we cover everything? I think we should. Let's just cover everything while we are at it. Everything they can reach. We plant it. So while we are dumping the material on one side, we are also... What's up with this? A little bit of rock. We can leave it probably. And I think we have one more. There's one more tower for reforestation around on this side. And that's right here. I think I can start doing this side as well. I wonder... We might actually need this area for the sorters. So maybe that's a little too early. But maybe this area could be candidate. For some trees. There's a little bit of a... You can do this for now. Leave a little bit of a highway. Sometimes the big trucks cannot actually drive through the forest if it's dense enough. I'm just gonna leave a little bit of a strip. Yep, and they are landing away. Designations I left outside, that's alright. Guy's stuck. Stow him. Medical supplies is increasing in storage. Crisis averted. Yeah, some people mentioning that also it's sometimes quite hard to locate what tower belongs to what area if you have a bunch of areas, and I agree. You might need some better UX or UI to be able to either see which belongs to what or be able to like click it or select it or something with it. It's not ideal, I agree. It's not ideal. I'm kind of thinking moving all these sorters all the way here. How would that work? I'm just I'm not sure how would I, move it with the highway. Maybe just move the whole thing. Yeah, it's maybe even go a little further with it. You guys didn't finish this part yet. And once they finish this part, I think I'll move the dirt even closer, and then because I don't want to move it for the third time, I think moving it from here to here would be the final move, because this mountain is running out. In fact, I'll name this episode on YouTube. I didn't think that this mountain would be not enough. I thought it would be enough to fill the crater, but turns out the crater is deeper and bigger than I thought. So once we ran out of this mountain, big question. I even started, you can see I started even digging slightly deeper here to get extra rock out, which works well, but it might not be enough. Basically, it's the same level as settlement, I hope. Settlement is at level 3. I'm leveling this all to level 3. This was level 5, right? So it's 2 extra tiles, so 2 extra tiles worth of material, which is nice. You guys are doing fine. And after this is filled up, we are actually out of any supply issues, which is quite amazing. Medical supplies. Oh, it jumped up. Oh, I think we're in illness. Is it illness right now? Where is that? No disease, actually. Oh, it just ended. Oh, this is just making... It's mocking me. I'm looking for disease. It just ended. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this little spike was a disease. Basically, during disease, we are not keeping up, but then during non-disease, we are having plenty. So that should stock up now. It's fine. Yeah, the little fuel. Let's make another hydrogen pipe. I'm a little worried if I make a hydrogen pipe, we're gonna run out of hydrogen. But I guess that's the life. Let's just go this way. Let's make a big pipe. All the way. This smoke. Can't see through it. Alright, here is a little congested. Some people were talking about how trains would be better than... How trains would not be better than transports because, you know, pipes and conveyor belts have very high throughput. You know, they are easy to build and all that. And to them, I'm saying, well, if I had trains, I would not need to build yet another pipe. I would just add a train and I'd be done. Because trains scale so much easier than pipes. And in fact, now am I screwed? Or can I fit above that? I can go above. Okay, good. And not in all cases. I mean, of course, if you have shorter distances, trains will be not as good option as conveyor belts. So there's still place for conveyor belts, of course. But in many cases, like especially for this long distances, like look at how long this pipe is. What is this little uneven area? Let's go above then. Yeah, in those cases, having a train make this much more, because also I need to deliver to a certain place, which is quite far away. Where would I even... Is there a place underneath this? No. Oh man, I can't even cross the street here. So what I can potentially do... I'm just thinking how to kind of distribute the easiest here. What I can do, I can remove this. Then connect it there. Do that. And also, this just costs me 500 construction parts 3, which is not the cheapest, to be honest. So trains might actually be even cheaper than that. Oh, there was daylight saving. Oh, interesting. Yeah, so I didn't thought about that actually. Yeah, this whole daylight saving time, honestly, I really hope that some politicians will wake up and just cancel it worldwide, because it's just so much hassle. And especially, it's not the same in every country. I mean, why? If you want to have a daylight savings time, how about the world agrees? I guess, yeah, world agrees is such a strong word that we can't even agree on simple things on this. So, yeah, it's so much. Even our meetings in our team, it's kind of funny because depending who scheduled the meeting, that's the time zone. So if I schedule a meeting with someone, like a recurrent meeting every week, then it's always the same in my time zone, and it shifts, you know, in Europe. And if they schedule a meeting, it shifts for me, right? So currently, basically, we are like, some people miss the meeting because they didn't realize they didn't wake up an hour earlier, or they thought nobody will show up. It's so much mess, and hydrogen is not flowing, which is also a mess. What did I do here? How did that happen? So basically, I'm just saying that I really wish we would kind of stop doing this. I know, like, train schedules and flights is all so complex when this happens, right? And messing up with your waking times and alarm times. So yeah, I guess I forget to account for that US had daylight savings time. So for, I think, 3 weeks, there was going to be discrepancy. I think last week there maybe was discrepancy as well. So it's, yeah, I don't know how to address this. I guess there's no way I can address, any of that, or it's a little bit bigger issue. So I can just complain, I guess. So that's what I do. Yeah, also I wish they would keep the summertime, right? Basically, the winter time is like the true time, and then the summertime is shifted, like right now. And I think it's just it's not as dark as soon, right? In the winter time, everything will be dark so much sooner, and I just don't like that. I would prefer to have a little bit less dark in the evening. And sure, if you wake up, it might be darker, but I think it's okay. And also, I don't wake up as early, so I don't even see it sometimes. Yeah, Mark, you can go to recording. We were doing, just to give you a little bit of a heads up, in the first half, if anybody's coming due to time shift, I've expanded the medical supplies production, basically 50% extra here, because we were running out and people were dying, and that was not fun. So now we are running very consistent rate. I can even say it's medical supply 3, and if I zoom out a little bit, you can see 50% extra. We were struggling. Basically, in this area, we were using our storage supplied, and we had a steel issue here, and that totally tanked the supplies to 0, and now we are struggling, people are dying. Now you can see it. We went back up. And and consumption is slower, and those spikes are sickness, different illness coming out, in and out. But with medical supplies 3, sickness are barely noticeable. The supplies will kind of offset the health penalty greatly. So we need them, absolutely, we need them. So yeah, that was that. And we're also having some hydrogen issues. Apparently our mining operations is consuming so much hydrogen, there's no longer hydrogen for our woodcutting operations, which is interesting to think about. That's what it is. So I've built a dedicated tier 3 hydrogen pipe directly from storage to this pump, because this pump has so much throughput, because all the trucks and all the excavators refuel here, that it needed an extra pump, and that saturated this pipe, which hopefully will be sending enough hydrogen to the tree harvesting. We are doing fine on trees, by the way. We're not running out anytime soon. That's what I meant to say. Yeah, summertime is fake time. Yeah, I mean, and every time is fake. Any time is fake time. My time is just like something we made up. There is, it doesn't matter what we made up. What matters is whether it's useful or not. I think summertime is a little more useful, at least from my perspective. I guess people running morning shifts might disagree, because they would like to have more sun in the morning. But then, I think people are, working 9 to 5, or those kind of more traditional hours. Then you return to home at 5:30 and it's already dark. It's like, oh, okay. So that's what I. Also, winter has shorter days, right? So it's more permanent. But right on this little switch, I always kind of like, it's so much better now. Yeah. So those are running pretty much full on. 8 conveyor belts, tier 3, mostly full. Everything, which is nice. These guys are not, though. They are not running full. And the reason is I'm mining a lot of limestone, and limestone needs to be emptied out kind of manually. I think I can deal with it. I can deal with it by making another storage, another filter here, I think. I think it wouldn't be too hard to... Let's see. Basically, if I do something similar here, just filter out the limestone, right? So maybe I can make a storage here. Filter here, this is going to be limestone. Maybe we need only 4 trucks for these. I need more space here, I think. Actually, while I'm at it, I can move these closer to the rim, right? That would be smart. Well, okay, I'll connect them first. And I just copy paste everything. Nice thing about this setup is kind of I can just continue these next sorting. And here we're gonna be sorting limestone. All of them. Oh, but not rock though. Okay, no rock. Yes. And the reason I'm connecting it to all 4 storage ports is there's no reason. You can connect it all to, you can make a little connector there, it would work just fine. All right, so maybe, well, I think I can go in and closer here. In fact, maybe I can move it. All the way here. Well, it's going to be a little tough to connect. Yeah, truck, sorry, I had to make some bridges here soon. To make sure. Oh, that was exact. Look at that. What a precision. But this one is not too precise. Okay, one more. And ramps. Maybe ramp here. Ramp here. Destroy this. Just like that. Give plenty of unity, hopefully. Oh, not plenty, actually. Okay. I guess we need the good old... What is this doing here? Sure, what's that? Trucks cannot reach this? Really? Maybe the ramps are missing? Well, they could reach from the bottom, no? Oh, we'll see. And now, actually, I can enable limestone here, so that'll be great. So limestone can go on port A. Well, they're all stuck anyway. That's not helpful. At least finished one. There's a little bit of missing there. I can see that. Really. Okay, not enough unity for the last one. I'm sure they'll bring it. They'll bring it in. What's going on? Why they cannot reach it? Maybe they want the ramp? I can provide the ramp. That has to be out of dirt, which can only get... Oh, these guys are done. Well, that's perfect. No, they're just using it just fine, right? I'm not sure what was this about. Oh, they just dumped it immediately when I draw them. All right. I guess they didn't use the dirt for this. No, that's all right. Right, you trucks. Oh no, it was here. Sorry. I was looking at different. No, now they're dumping rocks. That's what I want. Exactly what I want to avoid. It's going to be a little bit of a rock area here. I was a little slow to move my constraint designation, basically. Right, well that's limestone, and as you can see, that's going to help a lot here. In fact, we can probably move this entire setup. Well, I want to move the whole thing. Yeah, the whole thing actually. Potentially without the mining tower, but ensure the alignment is critical, not too critical actually. I'll put it all the way. Mining tower can actually stay there. Everything else gonna go. That's not what I wanted. Actually, I can copy paste at this point. Yes. Even the fuel station being closer, I think it's a nice touch. I missed by one. All right, let's get rid of this. We are our unity, so I just have to let it build the old way, you know, the good old way. And I was slightly misaligned here. I think I will not sweat about this because it's all temporary anyway. Or we dump the crater and then it's gonna be all gone. And then the fuel. I wonder if they would like to go across. Maybe not. I would have to build actually a bigger ramp. And of course the pipe is right right at the wrong place. That's alright. Just in case they wanna go across. Yeah, this should also significantly speed up the mining. And then also I was talking about this area. Just I will need to move the mining operations to here. Then the other mine. They are kind of running out of the mountain. That's crazy. Oh, this is not the same height, is it? It's height 5. Oh no. It's a little problematic here. I'm having a little bit of a 5 versus 3. Not sure what to do with it at this point. We'll ignore it for now. And these guys, they're responsible for the rest. Our extra harvesters are not keeping up. And of course, the hydrogen ran out exactly as I predicted. That's alright. I'm not gonna be building another FBR. I think. Famous last words. Last time I said the same thing, and then 10 minutes later I built the 5th one. But this time the 5th one was a reasonable position. This time I don't think I have a good position for like here. No, I don't want to. Also, we have only one reprocessing, which is enough exactly for 5 FBRs. It's just like actually exactly 2. It's right I meant to say it's 2.5 per reprocessing plant. So now we can do 5 in 2 facilities. If I build another one, we have to build all this infrastructure again, which I'm not gonna do. One thing, interestingly enough, is that this is still full. So maybe we can do some balancing to kind of get some hydrogen from the left side to the right side somehow. Which currently we have the other way around. We can balance from this side to that side, but not the other way around. Sure. It will be easy or not. I'll keep an eye on it. It's our last little issue currently. And I'm pretty sure this hydrogen is also quite kind of barely keeping up. Maybe this new pipe as we build could be kind of split half and half from both sides. Would that work? Not easy. Not easily. What do I do with this? Oh, there is actually hydrogen flowing right here. Oh, I see. This is not full. Okay, so I think I can do it here. Basically, kind of like that. And say that the priority is there for now. Actually, we can do priority here. But then the access can go here. This should save this storage ultimately. You can even flip this potentially. Just using full pipe. If I flip this. Oh, right, I can just flip it, right? I would need to actually connect it to the input. Oh, that did not work well. Right, let's see what this does. I wonder if there's any access at all. Well, there is actually a little bit, not too much. But better than nothing, I bet. We'll see if this recovers. All right. JJ is here. Good morning, JJ. You wish you could make this thing look neat and organized? Well, thank you. Appreciate your nice words. It's not, I would say it's not extremely neat. It's okay neat. Some, as I mentioned, some parts are not too neat. Especially earlier today, we did an extension of our medical supplies, and it was not too neat. It was, yeah, you can see this little guy is here, a little bit of a improvised, I'd say. It's not as neat because the neat space ran out. That's another also thing. I was running out of neat space right here. It's kind of like overflowing to the second row. Yeah, sometimes the planning is not as. I did not think I would need as many fermentation tanks. In fact, I might even need more. Our ethanol is barely keeping up, barely. All right, how is our limestone? I think this was a great move to move this. These guys actually are. Where are you guys going? What? Is dumping here? I guess. Interesting. Okay, well, I guess go ahead. Because when all the dumpers are full, they are dumping somewhere else. Is it though? Oh, I see, because I didn't assign these. Interestingly enough. I think that's probably okay, because most of them are using the sorters. Right, so the sorters are sorting. Then sometimes they're full, they're going somewhere else. It's fine, I'm fine with that. This is also meaning that here the trucks are dumping. Alright, I was doing the dirt here, I would get distracted. So this meant to be another dirt area, basically. And the reason I want the dirt area here is so I can move the sorters to their hopefully final destination. I'll make nice ramps on the side. There's no issue with trucks crossing this boundary. Just like that. All right, where's my compost trucks? Right here. Or even tiny trucks showing up for the party. Yeah, once this is dumped, I will move this entire setup closer. It's amazing. I mean, this was right next to the mountain edge, and now it's so far. I think we might even be able to breach to the settlement area today, even. Maybe in a maybe just barely not, but yeah. Yeah, JD has nice blueprints. I was using the food production. This is from JD. I changed it quite a bit, but the main bus idea was from him. Basically, the idea that he had is that you can put anything on the conveyor belts from your farms, and then this is gonna get sorted out. Like every stage is basically a row of sorters that kind of take one resource at a time, and you end up with sorting everything, which is neat because then if you have, for example, not enough canola, it doesn't matter where, you just any farm can produce extra canola or something like that, which basically makes the planning so much easier because the farms can basically produce, you know, random assortments of anything, and it just gets figured out at the level of product and processing, which is quite nice. Sarah is asking about new tier of housing. That's a great question. You know, we thought it will not be, but we are thinking that maybe we can make it happen if we can make the 3D models for that. And in fact, tier 4 housing was our last unfulfilled Kickstarter stretch goal, which is kind of crazy to think about. You know, 3 years ago, we did a Kickstarter with, we've done a bunch of stretch goals, and we actually managed to fulfill all of them except this one. Tier 4 housing was a stretch goal, and we haven't forgot about it. We are still, it's still in plan, but the right time has to come. And you know, I would say there's a good possibility it will be in update 3, but I cannot say 100%. It's not done yet, basically. So we'll see if our artists have enough time to squeeze that in and make models, because that's basically the only thing that we need is a 3D model. So maybe, yeah. I'm just gonna concrete this whole area because I feel this low area is gonna be all concreted. What I can also do would be dump everything to height 3, which might be better, but at this point I'm already mined this out. I'm not gonna be dumping anywhere else but to the crater. So I think, by the way, the crater, I just want to show the crater and start thunderstorm, which is not great. You can also press, by the way, F in a photo mode to remove the fog in case you want to choose something really, really big, or wait for sunny weather. Yeah, I think we are way more than halfway, maybe 3 or 2/3 way done. You know, the center is easily gone, and then there's, you know, this rock from our rock mine is doing pretty good dent here. And the area is going to be only becoming smaller and smaller. So I think it might be actually just enough time. Once we finish this, we can switch to update 3 and I can show you, you know, the new UI, the new trains, the new balance. We'll see if I have time for that. Maybe not. We'll see how busy are things with the development. It might be interesting for you guys to show all the features. How many mods I'm using? Only one mod, only my mod for the vehicle count, because I just wanted to test out how the game feels with many more vehicles. So I don't have any mods other than the extra, and the extra vehicle, it's kind of like it's not cheating, it's I just added extra, you know, research nodes here. Extra vehicle, extra vehicle, extra vehicle. And each of them adds 20, so I actually have to pay quite a bit of science for that. This was cost of 150, which FBR has a cost of 84. So the last research was, you know, nearly double the price of FBR research, which is the most expensive research in the game, I think. Yeah, by far. Now the research costs, by the way, are also changing. We are trying to make things more intuitive. So currently the labs are kind of, showing you that they are making, consuming equipment, but it's not entirely clear. 6.44 research per 60. How does it translate to that number? And the truth is that there is some internal math and multipliers to translate that, but it's not intuitive, right? So what we were doing in update 3 is to actually revamping this and just producing science points, and every research costs science points. So, it's obvious and clear, and you can make a simple math to do that. And in fact, we managed to simplify it to the degree that one science point will be always equal to one research part, how it's called, the lab equipment. So in fact, the number of science point is also equal to the lab equipment parts count. So you don't even need to do any complex math to figure out how many parts you will need to finish your research, which is quite nice. So yeah, Captain's house is here underneath this pile. It's no, we moved it. We moved it here for a temporary location. That's because I really need all those edicts. I'm pretty sure if I disable recycling, I think our island will probably not work. Or maintenance. Maintenance, maybe I can survive. Water saver may be also tricky for farm settlement. That might be, yeah. I think only thing I can probably remove is the overloaded trucks, which would just slow everything down. But it would not necessarily hurt me. Even the food saver, I think. This is saving me 30% of all the food made. Yeah, I'm running a food saver here, just because I am having too big of a settlement for that, for my own good. Yeah, this is great. I'm having lots of saplings stored up because we are replanting, and I can even check how the replanting is going. Yeah, they're already complaining. Are you guys done, or what's going on here? They're probably done. They just complain they cannot reach the rest. Wants to say hi. Hello. You wanna meow? Just meowing. Now he's shy. You wanna meow? No, doesn't wanna meow. Okay. Yeah, Boba is not around, but his name is Coco. It's he. Call him Coco. He is big and very fluffy. Look at that. Look at the size. Can't even fit the frame. The vet says he's still overweight, which we don't think so. We think he's just very fluffy. He's a little bit of a cute boy, but he's fine. Yeah, we are trying to feed him a little less, but it's quite hard to restrict feeding because we have 2 cats. And if you restrict feeding for one cat, the other cat will take food from the first one, right? Little complex little puzzle. All right. So, yeah, sorry. So my camera was in a very unattractive area, but I just need to. Sorry. Need to switch to maybe here. All right. Look at the forest. It's gonna look beautiful. Now my hair is, my face is full of hair from Coco. Yeah, basically cats are basically, turning food into hair. That's what I feel, especially him. He's like a hair factory. Hair everywhere. You have to vacuum like every other day to get the hair out. Especially during spring. I think during spring they kind of shed and they like all the hair is just like leaving in clumps. It's insane. After I fill up the crater, can I dig it up again? Oh my god. No. It's I think I'm gonna be done with this save once we dig up the crater. Once we fill up the crater, we might be doing some update 3 before the release if there's time. Even though we are quite busy, so I might not be able to have time to do all that. So if there's interest, I can continue maybe a new save after the update, after kind of things stabilize, and maybe like month after update when things are reasonable. I can do another. Maybe we're still planning the new map for the update, right? So maybe on the new map, which should be kind of a train friendly, we can do some train world, kind of test it out. But I don't think I'm gonna be continuing this playthrough beyond that. Sometimes it's good to also start fresh, right? To kind of see what's the new balance is. Oh, they're just refueling here, I think. And this has been doing great, this limestone. This is a kind of little nostalgic area. This has been our, factory throughout the first couple episodes. The only place where to build a factory, because we started this, this corner. There was no place to put factories, so this was our factory. So we might actually level it up. Looking at the progress of our excavators, we will definitely need more material. Yeah, it's they're digging so fast. I think I'm gonna move these guys now. The question is, how to yes, I think something like this. And this is already my highway design, which is actually very nice. Yeah, I think this is gonna work well. I'll just have to put the highway here. Conveyor belts all the way. I mean, can you imagine now playing Captain of Industry without copy paste? Wow. That has been, when we were starting, obviously when you're starting, you don't have time to make all those tools. So people who played our game for a while, they might remember time without copy paste, and then we added it. And it still quite complex tool, but it's absolutely worth the complexity and the effort, because things like this would be so hard to do without it. So very happy it works like this, but especially conveyor belts, because they have to be you have to be able to basically cut up them based on the selection, and that's it is quite complex actually. Lots of things in our game is more complex than it seems, because it has to interact with all the mechanics like terrain, dynamic terrain, and all that. It's, yeah, we are not making our life any easier. Actually, I want to destroy it, but not with the tower. It's like that. And I should have set Unity for this, but I didn't save any Unity, so I have to wait for trucks to evacuate. hopefully, out of the 500 trucks, we'll find the bunch who can help us out. Yeah, truck with 5 rubber. Oh, they're actually, that's actually nice. They're moving it right here from one conveyor belt to another conveyor belt. That's convenient. I haven't even thought about that. All right. Oh, this should also significantly increase the speed. You can see that maybe we can get through today. Maybe I can help it out a little bit. Let's see if I can do just this area. Maybe these guys can concentrate. I think it's a wrong height, right? It's a little higher than settlement. Okay, we have to be on the bottom height here. That's all right. Yeah, I think also I'm looking at the trucks here. I think I really want to remove all this first, because the trucks are going around, which is completely unnecessary. Oh, they're going from the other side. Ooh, that's probably not what I wanted though. I see, I see. All right, excavators, you're a little too smart for this. I actually do not want you to mine from the other side. A little too smart. Yeah, I do not want to mine from the other side. For now, anyway. Are they gonna turn around? They're gonna go all the way. I think they turned around. Oh yeah, they did turn around. I just wanted to concentrate on this little. You can probably see the mountain is gonna be slowly receding. It's a nice kind of like it would be a nice time lapse to kind of maybe I can make a save or something. I don't know. To kind of have a time lapse of breaching here. I can make a save of saying breach. So maybe I can, if I have time, which I probably won't have time. Oh, you guys are right. I'm in year 2000. Look at that. Someone is like later today sometime. Yeah, it's actually, we might be able to reach today's date. Maybe not today though. It would still take 20 years. That's maybe too long. I might not be able to be here for too long. But next year then. But next year. Next stream. Oh, 2000 years. That's insane. When I was starting the stream, I was thinking maybe 100 or 200 years, and then I would kind of let it go. And yeah, turns out that yeah, you guys keep showing up, and we keep mining. If people asking how did I get 500 vehicles, so yeah, I wrote a mod. I wrote a mod to increase the amount. I was talking about it a couple times already. If you would like to try it out, it's on YouTube in the description. Feel free to download it and use it. There's instructions in the text file to how to install it basically. Be fairly easy. These guys are still planting. Oh, these are actually. Haul trucks are going through the forest. That's some kind of like a motocross here. Look at that. Going full speed through forest. not hitting any trees. Like no trees being hurt. Also, I'm playing on 3x speed, by the way, so this is like looking a little ridiculous. If you go to 1x speed, you know, they are not that fast. They're definitely taking the fun route. We are also having issues with fuel here. Where these guys refuel? That's my question. Where's the closest? Oh, maybe this is the closest refueling station. That's not good. I'm pretty sure I want to have refueling station much closer here. Where? Where? I think here would be fine. I think I'll take this pipe we just brought from all the way there. That's far. Yeah, this is going to be also a big, I think, speed up for the fueling system. We do this, and I think, yeah, and we might not even need. There are 3 big trucks here with fuel. I think we can actually put all 3 back here. And the hydrogen has to flow all the way there, of course. This one I think I'll destroy. And 2024 year. Yeah, getting closer. But I think I'm gonna have to run for today fairly quick, fairly soon. Might not be able to be here until 2025. All right. Well, we moved the fuel, we moved the sorting facilities. I might not even need these guys. Maybe for later for when you're mining this part of the hill. Yeah, see, this is how it looks like when we are going 2 tiles slower. This is extra material that we might need. So that's why I decided to actually lower everything by 2 tiles to get the extra material needed. And I saw some dump trucks with XX dirt, so we let them offload the dirt right here. All right. Do they need a bridge here? Just in case some trucks want to traverse. Maybe here too. Just in case, to optimize pathfinding as much as possible. Also, the reason I can use so many vehicles, I was mentioning it before, lots of my trucks and excavators have very short trips. So Pathfinder is not having as bad of a time. Oh, just saw our power dipping below. Is that alarming? That's pretty alarming. Yes, my backup diesel power actually running. Interesting. Yeah, we are using lots of our backup power. A lot of backup power. From diesel generators. I wonder why. You know, it might be actually because the hydrogen is just taking so much, because we started to using up so much hydrogen, right? which means all the super precious steam is being used by the hydrogen. There's not enough for the power. Because I don't think the FBRs are running, they're all running 100%, right? There's no... That's a new, interesting new development. Not enough power. Yeah, interesting. You can kind of see, I bet those little downwards are the hydrogen. There is no like abrupt issue. It's just slow. Yeah. I think this is the hydrogen. Ooh, okay, maybe it's time to wrap it up for today. And also I'm seeing running out of poppy seeds. We might need to plant more, which I'll do it next time. And that's interesting. So, well, thanks for our backup power. I made a while ago this huge array of diesel generator tier 2. They are in fact running, and the slight issue with that is that we might not have enough diesel production to even support these. So we are making diesel out of, you know, ethanol and cooking oil, and that's requires lots of farms and stuff. So I guess I won't do it. I won't solve it today. But next time we might need to, maybe we can put some solar panels as like a little, you know, maybe here, just like this area could be all solar paneled. Or maybe actually this area. I was always wondering what to do with this ugly concrete. This could be solar panel, even though it's going to cost me a lot of maintenance, but that's all right. A little bit of a different... There's a solar panel tier 2, which is using the mono solar cell, which I'm not producing, I believe. I'm producing polycrystalline solar cell. I would need silicon wafer for that. Right. Maybe even here would be interesting location to manufacture that. Yeah, we can certainly look into that next time, because I'm not building an FBR, even though that would be probably the best option, maybe to destroy all those rainwater harvesters and put another FBR there. But I just don't want to go that way. So maybe a few solar panels. What's our deficit? Roughly 100 megawatts, let's say. 100 megawatts. How many solar panels would that be? This one is going to make 160. Well, this is going to be maximum during sunny weather, I think. So maybe we can, maybe the average would be, let's say 128. That's cloudy, right? Maybe like 140 kilowatt. 140. Okay, so we need 100 megawatt. Divide by 0.14. 700 solar panels? Is that right? Yeah, that seems a little bit of a little bit like a lot. If it times 13 construction parts. Okay, 9,000 construction. I think we have that, right? I put 7 here. We could build that right away, except we don't have the mono cells for that. The mono cells is the... Yeah. Well, maybe FBR is a better idea. I don't know. All right, guys. I'm not sure we're going to do this, but we can leave that for next time. People saying that would be a nice Easter egg if we reach a current date in the game to have something happen. Yeah, that'd be cool. What should happen though? I don't know. Should like a firework or something? Or I don't know. Or should all the ships depart at the same time and I don't know. Or smoke on the smoking towers turn red. I'm not sure what should happen at the date. It's a very short time. You might miss it if you're not looking. Or I don't know. Coal turns into gold. Not sure what should happen. Yeah, or we are doing the new asteroid thing, so maybe asteroid will land on your captain's office or something like that. Like, oh, bad luck, sorry. Yeah, the new asteroids are amazing, by the way. So that would be something to look forward to. If you didn't see our latest blog post, definitely go and see it. Yeah, the batteries are a little complicated. We currently have the battery, the storage, which is the thermal storage, which can be used to store electricity. Especially you can set it. You can for example make a steam in electric boiler, and then store it here and then turn it later. So this would be the way how to store solar electricity, but it's not ideal. It has a bunch of losses. You might need to kind of buff it a little bit to be more interesting. So other than that, it's basically if you have a bunch of solar, you can basically offset by putting the solar generator. They are at higher. The power is gonna be consumed preferentially from the other sources. So you're basically gonna save up on steam and then on fuel for FBRs and all that. So it's gonna work fine until you have so many solar panels that you can't even like all your turbines are off. Then you're gonna be wasting it. So at that point you might do a solar storage. Or you maybe were thinking more of like a sunny versus not sunny weather. Yeah, that could also be done by that. Yeah, I think, see, ethanol is running out, and it's exactly because of we are using diesel. That's exactly because of that. And I do have a bunch of storages here for the diesel, so it's going to take a while. In fact, I should put alert here, 35 below 50%. So if that's the case, then we are in big trouble. But hey, on the positive side, we are making sulfur here, so that's nice. And CO2, which is actually being made into graphite. Oh yeah, look at that. Sulfur being produced. Extra sulfur. It's always good. We even need sulfur actually. That's good. Well, I guess diesel into sulfur, that's one way to do it. Well, alright, you can see that we're not gonna breach today. We'll breach, well, I usually play before the stream, so I might actually, this might be breached by the time I turn on the stream next time. It might be already done, or I can save the excitement and have these guys mine something else in the meantime. Maybe I can do, you guys mine this instead for now. And we can save that next time. Yeah, these guys are not doing anything too exciting, but yeah, the progress is there. The mountains are disappearing. I'm pretty sure this is not going to be enough for the crater. It feels like this is a bigger hole than that is a hill. Even though we built these on the rim and they're already filling it up nicely. So yeah. Yeah, you get asteroids before you get wind farms. That's true. You also get asteroids before lots of relatively basic things, right? That's all right. That's how it is. You can't make everything at the same time. One last thing before I leave, I'm gonna put more dirt here because I just saw the trucks waiting with the dirt. They can be put to use, basically. Just make a little bit of a... I'm not sure how to connect these two areas. We'll see in the future. Oh, it was quick. Okay, it's already mostly done. Lots of trucks waiting with extra. Alright, folks. Well, that was it for today. You don't worry, we're not going to be forcing asteroids in any way. You don't need to even use asteroids whatsoever. The same with trains, right? It's up to you. If you want to do asteroids, do asteroids. If you don't, then you don't. There's many other ways. You know, if you basically asteroids solving the issue with infinite mining. So if you are fine with contracts and getting your ores and everything from contracts, then that's it how it was. If you want an extra mountain to appear in the middle of your island, then you're gonna do asteroid. That's how it works. Right. Thanks again for joining in. It was great, and hopefully in a few next streams we will finish this up and we can move on to update 3 and showcasing that. So that's going to be it for today, and I'll see you next time. Bye.